Birmingham, a city rich in history, built by proper people from the terraces to the streets. We're all blues round here. We've seen some tough times, even some cup times, but nothing fades the royal blue. We are the sound of the city.
Yo, you see me, I love blues from a kid. Too proud when I sing due to Madrid. Won't see an X22 on the strip, man, I had to retire that quick. Yeah, I was 10 years old, going kids for a quid. I thought Jeff Horsfield was sick. And even back then, I was stern like John, I had to calm mine for a new kit. Yeah, now it's cut corners when I spit. And the cut corners where I sit. I might cop a corporate box for me and my boys with a vibe in the same one bit. Now, mate, I wanna be in Davo's vid. Pull out your phone, take those pics. Same old story, the main culprits. The Birmingham crew don't take no. Shall be companies take over. I can't lie, blues in a makeover. And I can't wait till the break's over. See me in the roost and I ain't sober. Or in the real George when the game's over. Tell that girl and the mate's over. Yeah, win, lose or draw, you know the score. I keep right on till my day's over. Yeah, they know the score. You know this, the Birmingham crew with the blue noses. Away days more than a few coaches. And I can't fall off, yeah, I'm too focused. Yeah, they know the score. You know this, the Birmingham crew with the blue noses. Away days more than a few coaches. New kits out now, have you noticed?
Well, good afternoon and welcome back to St Andrews at Knighthead Park as we begin the start of a triple threat week of fixtures for Darren Carter's Blues women's side. Reading and Lewis to come in the week, but today it's Blackburn Rovers who travel to entertain Blues. 7 to go in the race for the Super League, and today Darren Carter will be thirsting for Blues to get themselves back on the tracks for the title race. Blues lost pace before the international break. Celebrations of a record-equaling 7-game winning streak was spoiled by back-to-back defeats at the hands of strugglers Watford and title rivals Southampton. The weather increased frustrations further. Our trip to the capital postponed last week, but Blues get back on the grass today for the first time in a month. If, buts, maybes can be spoken, but the picture is clear on the final run-in. 8 points off of top spot, 2 games in hand, 7 to go. A job to do indeed if Blues want to retain and win back their Super League status. Blackburn are hoping to break records of their own today. A draw this afternoon would see them equal their highest ever championship points tally. They started the season strong, did Rovers. 4 wins from 5, including a win over Blues at Ewood Park. But 1 win in 7 either side of the festive break puts Rovers all but out of a dream Super League promotion ahead of this one. Head coach Simon Parker, though, will want to prove that his Rovers team are improving season upon season. A win for Rovers here would take them just 1 point behind Blues. Well, the players are gathering in the tunnel. I'm bringing the team news in just a moment, but you can have an inkling as to one of the changes Darren Carter has made, one of the enforced changes by those bodies walking up the touchline. Ivana Fuso sporting a cast on her left leg. She misses out through injury this afternoon. Blues know the task ahead of them. 7 games to go, 8 points behind the leaders. Palace have dropped points earlier this afternoon. Teams above Blues will continue to pick up points, but equally Blues need to get points on the board to take advantage of when teams drop results, just like Palace have done. No more international breaks, just 7 games to go of hard graft. Darren Carter's women's side know the task in front of them if they want to complete a Super League return. Coming into this one off the back of back-to-back defeats. They know what needs to be done this afternoon to put things right. I'm sure Darren Carter and his coaching staff will be wanting nothing less than a return to winning ways back at St Andrews at Knighthead Park here this afternoon. Well, in seeking that return to winning ways, Darren Carter makes 6 changes from the side who started at Southampton. 3 enforced for Darren Carter. Jamie Finn suffered an ACL injury with Ireland on international duty. Ellie Mason and Ivana Fuso are also out with injuries. Devlin, Agg and Walker drop to the bench. Louise Quinn makes her first appearance since January after returning from an injury she sustained against West Ham United in the Conti Cup. Lucy Quinn, Libby Smith, Christy Harrison-Murray and Cho So-hyun are all recalled to the starting 11. So Thomas starts in goal. Holloway makes her second Blues debut at fullback for her first appearance back with Blues since signing or re-signing from Racing Louisville. And 17-year-old Ria Manu is named on the bench. It will be her senior debut if she's summoned from the substitutes this afternoon. Thomas in goal, Holloway, Lawley, Quinn and Heron across the back. Heron shifting across to unfamiliar territory at fullback, somewhere we haven't seen her start for Blues this season since her move from Sunderland. Moore, Harrison-Murray and the South Korean international Cho So-hyun in midfield. They're in behind a front three of Cho Yuri, Libby Smith and Lucy Quinn. As for Blackburn Rovers, Brooks starts in goal for them. Robertson, Silcock, Richards and Cohen make up the back four. Toland and Chandarana. Hutchins, Williams and Hornby accompany Lucy Shepherd in attack. Shepherd, who's searching for 3 goals in 3 games and certainly posing a threat to the Blues back line this afternoon. Officiating things today, Abby Dearden carrying out the coin toss between the 2 captains, Richard and Harrison-Murray. And both teams carrying out their pre-match rituals, the pre-match team talk. For Blues, it's a case of getting themselves back on the tracks towards promotion. As for Blackburn Rovers, it's a case of proving that they're improving season upon season, especially in Simon Parker's debut season in charge of Rovers. Blues taking on Blackburn to get our title push back on track after a rough period. 8 points adrift of top spot. For Blues, their task is clear. You can bet that teams above us will keep picking up results, so Blues need to follow suit to stand a chance of Women's Super League return. 2 consecutive defeats is a setback for sure, and it's in adversity that heroes are born. And all 22 players take the knee in the ongoing battle against inequality in football and wider society. Today, of course, as well, is her Game 2 match day here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park, celebrating the campaign group and the important work, ongoing work that they do and undertake in striving for inclusivity in football, regardless of gender. As first action for Holloway is to burst down the left-hand side. Delivers a cross that ultimately ends up hitting the side netting. Bex Holloway, who spent the past few years across the pond in the USA, 28 years old. Northern Ireland international lining up at left back today. Niamh Heron shifting across to right back, as is the injury problems that Blues have experienced at the back over the international period. Ellie Mason out, Jamie Finn out indefinitely with an ACL injury. As Blues just looking to put the pressure on early doors. Alex Brooks, who's played every league game for the Rovers so far this campaign, centred upfield. Quinn on her return to the side. One of the many players on the pitch today, celebrating St Patrick's Day, I'm sure, with her Irish heritage. Quinn. Heron. First burst for her down the right flank, and she can feed Yuri, and Yuri can charge. And there's Cho So-hyun, lovely turn. Moore's effort was just blocked by Richards. It's a really bright start from Blues, exactly the response that Darren Carter would have been looking for after that period of adversity before the international break. Blackburn just having to work overtimes as they look to clear their lines. Hutchins surrenders possession. And the frustrating thing for Darren Carter, as he's talked about in the fallout of those 2 defeats to Watford and Southampton, will be, well, the fashion that the goals occurred in 2 mistakes from Blues. It's not as if the opposition pulled up any trees in their goals. 2 mistakes against Watford, punished. 2 mistakes against Southampton, punished. Hannah Silcock is the guilty party, a centre-back on loan from Liverpool, after signing her first professional deal 2 years ago. She accompanies the captain, Jade Richards, and the centre-back couple this afternoon for Blackburn Rovers. As Quinn just prepares this set piece, a looping ball right on top of the goalkeeper who's lost it. There's Heron, smashes towards goal, and Yuri forced the goalkeeper into a terrific save, made up ground well down to her left-hand side. Blues asking all the questions inside the opening 3 minutes. Well, 7 of Blues' 31 goal total this season has come from set-piece situations, and that delivery from Lucy Quinn causing all sorts of problems in that Blackburn Rovers penalty area. Cho Yuri it was with a decisive touch, forcing Brooks into the early save. Quinn from a corner this time. Lawley was lurking. Lawley made the contact. Ricocheted off a Blackburn head. Really good spell this for Blues. Blues starting brightly. Quinn, another decent delivery. Looks like it's ricocheted off the frame of the goal. Might have taken a lick of paint with it as well. Hoisted back in by Smith. Moore is offside. Alarm bells ringing at the back for Blackburn already. Inside the opening 5 minutes, Blues looking to force the issue. Three fantastic deliveries back to back from Lucy Quinn. Rovers at 6s and 7s trying to defend it. There's Shepherd, just cannoned off the turf into the 25-year-old's arm. Heron. It's been all Blues in the opening 5 minutes. Quinn, her return just brings back a wealth of experience to the side. Louise Quinn, of course, has won titles at the highest level in the women's game with Arsenal. It was a big miss when she suffered that shoulder injury against West Ham United, but relieved to see her back in the squad now. Heron redeployed at right back today. There's Holloway on her second Blues debut. Quinn waltzing in field, looking to pick out Cho So-hyun. Might fall for Yuri. Free kick goes Blackburn's way, and with that, just a little bit of respite for the Rovers. Blues full on the throttle from the first whistle. Unlucky not to be ahead. Forcing Brooks into a terrific save and skimming the woodwork as well while they're at it. After a month without action, it's a welcome return to St Andrews at Knighthead Park for Blues. The defeat against Southampton here was just their first in 6 games, and they've won 4 of their last 5 in all competitions, conceding just 11 goals here this season. And Blues have certainly started this one with a bit of a swagger. Incisive pass from Quinn. Yuri looking to pick out Libby Smith. Heroic defending from Silcock, doing just enough to smother the ball and making it easy for Brooks. Brilliantly constructed, excellent vision and execution from Quinn to find Yuri. Equally so from the South Korean international into Smith. Great movement in the middle, brilliant touch. But Hannah Silcock just alert and alarmed with the intervention. Quinn this time looks to elude Silcock and wins the free kick from the Liverpool loanee. Blues certainly in the ascendancy in the opening 10 minutes, unlucky not to be ahead. Some brilliant goalkeeping and brilliant defending keeping them at bay so far. Reloaded into the penalty area. Blackburn pegged back. Holloway. Cho So-hyun. Yuri. South Koreans linking up just to retain possession. Holloway on the halfway line. This 66th appearance for Blues in all, Bex Holloway. The first, of course, since her return to the club. Yet to score a senior goal. What a moment that will be. Brilliant perseverance by Quinn. And Quinn wins yet another corner. Blues' 3rd of the game so far. Really good start, really good reaction from Blues. Yuri forcing the save from Brooks. Lucy Quinn skimming the post. Smith seeing her effort, blocked by Silcock. Blues certainly knocking on the door in the early stages. Quinn's latest delivery this time skims the top of the crossbar. Blues looking to benefit. Harrison Murray not too far away, certainly had Brooks scampering. And Blues are all over Blackburn in the opening 10 minutes. Twice now the woodwork has been struck by Lucy Quinn. 4 exceptional deliveries. Blackburn certainly on the ropes and just about hanging on. Well, Blackburn haven't exactly done things by half measures on the road this season. They've won 4 and lost 4. No draws in that record. And it's just consistency that Blackburn have been lacking this season. They've only recorded back-to-back league wins once this season. Frustrating for Simon Parker that his side can't follow up one good result with another. All 4 of their victories, though, on the road have come with clean sheets. Blues certainly in the hunt in the opening quarter of an hour as they look to break the deadlock. Yuri. charging, delivering, overhit though. As the St Andrews at Knighthead Park turf drowned in sunshine here in the second city. Darren Carter and co hoping this afternoon will brighten hopes of a Women's Super League return. 0-0 though. Blues asking all the questions. Richards slightly overhit back to Brooks. Blackburn just need an outball at the moment. Hornby looking to provide it. A belated whistle by the referee. Abby Dearden. Blues already in the opening 12 minutes, hoping that those missed chances, well, they won't be made to rue those missed opportunities. Thomas. Nicely done by Holloway to dispose of Chandarana. Certainly not showing any signs of a lack of match fitness. Bex Holloway has looked really sharp in the opening exchanges, operating at left back. Of course, with the absence of the injured Ellie Mason. Mason, who certainly made herself a stalwart of that wing so far in a blue shirt. As Brooks deals with yet another Lucy Quinn cross. Blues have looked so bright down both flanks in the opening quarter of an hour. Haven't got their just desserts just yet, despite the 4 opportunities that they've had. Blackburn, meanwhile, yet to lay a glove. Smith will turn on the afterburners. Richards opts for safety first option. Of course, Crystal Palace losing earlier today against Sheffield United just opens the door for Blues to make up some ground if they can grab all 3 points here this afternoon. Smith working hard to keep the ball in play. Charlton winning just to increase their pressure on the top pack as well. All developing very nicely from a neutral point of view at the top of the Women's Championship. Blues, of course, looking to put right their shortcoming last season, pipped to it by Bristol City. Brooks can't find Hutchings on this near side. And Blues' vice-like grip over proceedings will continue. Thomas picks out Quinn. Quinn and Holloway are having all sorts of joy down this left-hand side in the opening exchanges. Continuing to run riot and linking up neatly there. Silcock's intervention, seeing the ball out. Well, Blackburn's victory against Blues on the opening day at Ewood Park was their first over Birmingham in 4 games. Not had the best of records in recent years, have Blackburn Rovers against Blues, but come here 1-0 up in that regard for the season. Chandarana. Blackburn looking to mount something going forward for the first time in the game. Chandarana can't find Hornby, who was on her heels and well marshalled by Lawley. Thomas picks out Moore. Vastly experienced centre midfielder for Blues. Another one in their second spell here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park after coming through the academy. Jade Moore, of course, has been there and done it with Manchester United. An imperative part of the team as well. Yuri looks to tee up Heron, who delivers well. Dealt with by Blackburn, only as far as the edge of their own penalty area. Picked up by Louise Quinn, who went for the spectacular. Wasn't too far away. Just didn't quite sit up for the Blues centre-back. Seeking her second goal of the season. Her only goal came in the defeat at Crystal Palace back in September. Did register 6 goals from centre-back last season. So isn't shy to find in the back of the net, just off the mark with that effort. Robertson caught on it and robbed of possession by Yuri. Blues foot continues to be pressed down hard on that throttle. No way out for Blackburn. Holloway clips into the penalty area, not convincing by Cohen, but Silcock can look to tidy up, conspiring with Hutchins. Shepherd claiming she's being held by Lawley. Blackburn have worked this well out of a tight cul-de-sac. But Louise Quinn, under pressure from Chandarana, can find Thomas, who's largely been a spectator like the rest of us. Her counterpart, Brooks, forced into some heroics in the early exchanges. 20 minutes in, Blues having the better of it by far. Blackburn yet to register a shot on target, yet to have a touch inside Blues penalty area, in fact. Meanwhile, Blues have scraped the woodwork twice and forced Brooks into a couple of decent saves as well. Moore. Blues certainly coming out like they mean business. So Soo-hyun have made the run. Cohen back to Marshall. Soo-hyun. Heron and Holloway have worked splendidly so far for Darren Carter, both providing options and ammunitions from the flank, the 2 fullbacks. There's Heron again, looking to link up with Yuri, who will persevere, but to no avail. Well, Blackburn yet to get out of first gear so far. A draw here would equal their highest championship points tally ever recorded. A win, of course, would beat that. And head coach Simon Parker, in his first season in charge, looking to do exactly that. It's mostly their early season form that Blackburn have to thank for the fact that they're 4 points behind Blues at this stage. 4 wins in their first 5 games, but 1 win in 7 either side of the festive break has really hindered Blackburn's chances of a surprise challenge for the championship title. And they're just about surviving by the skin of their teeth here. They've done well to regroup and recoup and just keep Blues at bay after being really under the cosh in the opening 10 minutes. Blues, though, looking to rally once again. Holloway combining with Quinn. Quinn no way past Hutchings. Blues will reset. Lawley. Real swagger about Blues. Blackburn stuck in their shape. Heron. Yuri. And Blues will keep chipping away. Cho So-hyun. Quinn. Picked up by Hutchings, but only momentarily robbed back by Quinn. And Quinn can stride. And Quinn can only find the legs of Smith, but Blues have wrestled it back. Here's Moore. Feeds Smith. Harrison Murray, this is nice and patient from Blues. Just probing the edge of the Blackburn penalty area. Blackburn having to work overtime just to keep up with Birmingham at the moment. They're working the ball really tidily indeed. Here are the instructions of Darren Carter, encouraging his team on from the sideline. Quinn looking for the killer ball into Cho So-hyun. Blackburn do just about enough, but cleared only as far as Harrison Murray. The Blues siege will continue. Yuri. Cohen's intervention. And Blackburn just begging for a bit of respite at the moment, and they've won a throw-in. Blues will continue to be cautious. They were all but dominating proceedings against Southampton, 1-0 up, but a mistake at the back allowed Southampton away back in and allowed the Saints to puff out their chests and lift their heads and go on to win that game, the last one here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. Blues will be eager to get this opening goal, and Heron looking to provide it. Cannons off of Cohen and behind for a corner kick. Blues not letting up on the siege. Already a number of deliveries with real quality from Quinn, 2 of which have scraped the woodwork. What can she conjure up with this one? It's in towards Lawley, taken off her head by Cohen. A telling defensive header. And Silcock can only blast into space for So-hyun to pick up. Yuri. Quinn finding Lucy Quinn. Nicely teed up for Heron. And Quinn in all sorts of space on this far side. And Quinn will take it on towards the byline. Neat footwork, but it's the Blackburn resolve which stands firm. Rovers really being tested here. Neat idea by Cho So-hyun. Holloway just couldn't connect and stretch. Rovers with their first glimpse. Hornby charging them forward. Toland. Nicely screened by Blues. And Louise Quinn can roll it back to Lucy Thomas. Thomas seeking her 7th clean sheet of the season today. And if the first half an hour is anything to go by, which of course it isn't, she could be in for a very comfortable afternoon, but it's amazing how things can so quickly change in the Women's Championship. Quinn, who's momentarily just swapped sides with Yuri, and Yuri now arriving at the back stick with pace, just caught late by a stretching Annie Hutchings. Felt the full force of that intervention. Well, Yuri came steaming in, looking to connect with Moore's cross, maybe at personal expense. Some real cause for concern for Cho Yuri. See, they're just blindsided Annie Hutchings, arriving at pace at the back post. Has really adapted well to life in a blue shirt, Cho Yuri, after her arrival from Hyundai Steel Red Angels in South Korea. The first goal came against MK Dons in the Adobe FA Cup. Darren Carter just rallying his side and getting some instructions over. Of course, this the first game in a Women's Championship triple threat week of fixtures. Reading and Lewis to come. Two teams that are just looking over their shoulders towards the bottom of the Women's Championship. Darren Carter will be desperate to get things off to a winning start here, and it's exactly the start he would have been looking for. The only thing missing, though, advantage on the score sheet. Of course, those two games this week followed up by a huge double-header. Charlton away and then Palace away. Two teams that Blues are tussling with for the Women's Championship title. And Sheffield United back here before rounding off the season with a trip to Durham. Plenty of points still to play for. I'm sure there'll still be plenty of twists and turns in the race for the Women's Championship title and the quest for the Women's Super League. Palace dropping points today. Everything still to play for. 0-0 here, though. Blues will be left a little bit frustrated if they can go into the break like this. Blackburn, of course, will be all but relieved. Quinn scraping the woodwork twice. Fantastic challenge from Hannah Silcock, denying Libby Smith. And Alex Brooks in the early exchanges forced into a save from Cho Yuri. Since then, Blues have all but dominated possession, but haven't been able to conjure anything of note. Blues, of course, still with 2 games in hand. against much of their competitors. First of those midweek against Reading. The second of which, just mentioned in that vital double-header, the one postponed last week away in the capital to Crystal Palace. That could be a very tasty affair indeed. Blues, though, have to do the job here first. And they're very much in the driving seat. Lawley charging forward, looking for that so far elusive opener. Just too much on that to find Lucy Quinn. Picked up by Hornby, certainly looks the brightest in the Blackburn shirt so far. Not too hard to do when Rovers have created very, very little. Seldom have we seen them venture into Blues half. Peg back, there's three centre-backs, Cohen, Richards and Silcock so far worked overtime. Yuri, Smith, neat touch, shot on the spin, flashes across the face of goal. Certainly had Brooks worried. Libby Smith seeking her first league goal since October. Wasn't too far away, really smart first touch, just to take her away from Richards. Purchased herself a few yards and flashed across the face. Really good strength by Smith to rob it off Williams. Holloway. There's Quinn. Heron. No way through for Lawley. Moore will resume proceedings. Really neat knock. Quinn, though, offside. Darren Carter impressed with what he's seen. Just wants Blues to turn up the temperature once again. A little bit more urgency demanded from the Blues gaffer. Silcock trading passes with Brooks. Silcock under pressure from Smith can clear her lines. Hornby shows an interest. Moore looks to conspire with Harrison Murray to tidy up. It's Chandarana who emerges with it. No way past Lawley. And Moore can offload to Quinn. As soon as Rovers emerge with the ball, Blues immediately congregating on them and forcing the issue. And Blues swarming them. It's a wrestle back possession, 0-0, but Blues all but dominating. Blues, the opening 36 minutes, clear, happy enough to go through the phases as they look to break down this Rovers resolve. Fifth Blues corner. Hoping for another quality delivery from Quinn. Looping once again. Louise Quinn was rising at the back post. Enough intervention from Rovers to make it easy for Brooks. Chandarana seeking out Hornby, dealt with by Heron. Smith unable to link up with Harrison Murray. Cohen picks up. Chandarana. Blackburn desperate to get out of first gear. Have barely laid a glove on Blues in an attacking sense so far. Yuri. And of course, the longer this goes on at 0-0, the more confidence Blackburn will conjure. Prerogative really with Blues to find that opener. Quinn again flagged offside. Frustrations continue. Great press from Blues. Quinn picks up, conjures across. Yuri was waiting. Nicely done by Holloway. There's no end product. Then a bit of afters between Holloway and Chandarana. Holloway not happy with the challenge that came in, and Cho Yuri is signalling to the bench that her afternoon might have come to an end. And the message has been translated back to the bench that a change does need to be made. Shoyuri signalling that she does not think she can continue. Another big blow to an already injury-struck Blues squad. And we saw her take a knock in the opening exchanges, and a heavy knock at that. She might just be feeling the after effects of that earlier incident. And in the furore, I think Bex Holloway has received her first yellow card in the Blues shirt upon her return, just for that little bit of afters with Mini Chandarana. So Holloway on a tightrope for the remainder. But the cause for concern in the immediate is for Cho Yuri, seems to be in some discomfort. Looks to be that left quad. Thankfully, Cho Yuri able to make her own way back to the sideline, but still a big blow for Blues. And what looks like potentially a big blow at the top of the Women's Championship developing. London City Lionesses are beating Sunderland, the league leaders, by a goal to nil. Southampton, normal services resumed, thumping Reading by 3 goals to nil. So that just really opens things up for Blues if they can grab all 3 points here. Tightens things up at the top of the Women's Championship. If Sunderland can't find a goal, they lead Crystal Palace by just 1 point, and Southampton by just a point, and Charlton by just a point. So 3 sides behind top spot, just a point separating them. Blues could close the gap to that top chunk by 3 points. But in the immediate, Cho Yuri replaced by Claudia Walker. Walker immediately into the thick of it. There's Quinn. Well, Rovers will be buzzing to get to half-time, 0-0. Heron keeps the ball in play on that far side. Looks for some neat footwork, no way past Hornby. Hornby can clear her lines. Choyuri now just off picture, making her way down the tunnel. I'm sure into the medical room to see what the diagnosis is. A like-for-like switch though, Walker just taking up the mantle on that far side, the right. Quinn fires it out towards Walker. Tights the touchline, no way past Robertson. And credit to Blackburn, they've done well to stem the flow of what was a relentless Blues siege in the opening quarter of an hour. Blues, though, still dominating the possession and territory stats. All that's eluding them is that opener. Quinn looking to provide it. It's Quinn! Usually gathered by Brooks at a near post, but really good strength and neat play by Lucy Quinn. Left a couple of Blackburn Rovers players for dust in her wake. Unable to really test Brooks with the finish. Blackburn, it's been a recurring similar story for them this first half. They just can't get out, just don't have an out ball at the moment, Rovers. Just inviting Blues pressure back onto them. Can only be a matter of time, surely. It's a couple of injuries to Cho Yuri, meaning that there's 5 minutes of additional time at the end of this first period. Smith can't gather. Harrison Murray leading the charge. Silcock. It's all neat and intimate by Blackburn on the edge of their own penalty area. Hutchings' clearance. First glimpse for Shepherd, and she's managed to keep the ball in play here. Uncharted territory so far for Blackburn as Shepherd keeps it in the corner and wins a throw for Rovers. Well, Blackburn looking for a smash and grab at the end of this first half. Shepherd loses out to Quinn, and there's Smith, crowded out by black shirts. Hutchings thought she was impeded, referee disagrees. Harrison Murray wanted a fraction too long. And Blackburn just sensing a route back into proceedings for a moment there, seeking a glimmer of hope in a game where they've been so far second best. There's Quinn, rolls it inside to Lawley. And this is Moore now, scampering over the halfway line. Blues in front in all the statistics, apart from the most important one. As it's flashed across by Holloway, eludes everyone in the middle, and Hornby can gather. Smith looking to peel away. Silcock for company. And Silcock does enough. So Hyun to make something of it. Crowd of bodies. Williams emerges with the loose ball. Blackburn just looking to grow into things in stoppage time. A minute of the 5 added on for stoppages remains. Moore's made the burst forward, found by Quinn. And Moore will take it to the byline, and Moore will deliver, and Silcock away. And the first body there is a Blackburn one. Walker looking to impose herself upon the game. Heron, here is Moore. Shapes the cross and delivers into Smith, who tries the cute finish at the front stick. Couldn't get the direction desired. And there's the half-time whistle. Well, an enterprising and impressive first half from Blues, putting the Blackburn defence under siege in the opening exchanges in what was exactly the response that Darren Carter would have wanted after back-to-back league defeats. All that's eluding them so far, Blues, from this performance is that all-important opener. They've scraped the woodwork twice through Lucy Quinn, forced the best out of Alex Brooks in the early exchanges as well. Cho Yuri, though, a casualty of that first half. Silcock having to work overtime to smother a Smith effort as well. But Blues have very much had their foot down on the throttle from the first whistle, and it hasn't let up. All that's missing so far is a goal. Here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park, the deadlock remains slammed shut. Blues 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. We'll have a look at all that first half action just round the corner.
Families, workplaces and local areas.
And did so pride. Known as the entertainers, people flocked to watch them play.
It was the start of a movement, strengthened with every year that passed.
The Alliance morphed into the club that bears the name of the unique city where they were from, Birmingham.
The power of the Alliance remained.
The club was, and still is, the people, and I love them.
It has grown and prospered in lockstep with the city.
Never losing sight of the needs of the neighbourhoods it represents and responsibility to bring joy into people's lives.
Birmingham City's roots, blue thread, run deep in this hard-working multicultural city. It is extraordinary.
It's about families.
The values of the club reflect this.
Proud of our past, excited about the opportunities that lie ahead.
Our resilience has been tested time and again, making us rebellious, adaptable and stronger for the next challenge, and never losing the capacity to dream.
We love to compete and to win, always finding ways to rise to the next level.
And our purpose is to entertain, creating memories, and always celebrating success.
To having a positive impact on a young boy or girl's life through a local programme.
Our values are underpinned by humility and a wicked sense of humour.
Synonymous with our hard-working heritage.
Birmingham City's inherent strength is in its ability to adapt.
And it has the tenacity needed to continuously improve.
World class is an aspiration.
It is woven into every aspect of the club through the priorities we set to drive us forward.
For every team to represent the club badge, to be competitive and be driven to bring joy and excitement.
To be recognised for excellence across every area of the club and by the partners that choose to work alongside us.
To be seen in and be part of our local neighbourhood.
Improving lives and creating new opportunities.
And to be a destination of choice for outstanding talent to grow careers.
Birmingham, on the rise again.
Our purpose is to entertain.
The alliance that began in 1875 is strong, and the pursuit of greatness burns deep.
Collectively, we're second to none.
While we may lose, we are never beaten.
Our alliance and the future is brighter than ever.
And now, it's our time.
Keep right on.
Solidifying the transformation of Birmingham City.
Quite good pace on it.
Struggling to deal with a lofted ball over the top. Digs out across, Roberts was rising. Clark one-on-one. And he won't miss those. Blazes a big opening over the crossbar that causes all sorts of problems for Blues. Blues sensing the tide turning. James. Roberts this time. Shots for hands. Waved away. Roberts will take it on. There's the sound of St Andrews at Knighthead Park again. Revived and back to its best for a Birmingham on the rise. Well, Blues dominant across most of the park that first half, apart from the statistic which really matters. The deadlock remains slammed shut. Blues 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. I'm sure Rovers will be the happier of the two teams going in to the half-time break on that scoreline. That despite a whole host of opportunities for Blues in that first period, especially that opening quarter of an hour where Blues really lay siege to that Blackburn Rovers penalty area, really had the Rovers on the ropes and testing that Rovers resolve. Let's have a look at a few of those chances that just went amiss for Blues. It only took until the 3rd minute for Blues to open that first opportunity, loading the box with balls into the penalty area, and Cho Yuri producing the best out of Alexandra Brooks really early on. Splendid save from the Blackburn Rovers goalkeeper, who's played every league game this season and showing her worth between the sticks early on. There were a few scares for Rovers, certainly, in that opening exchanges. Lucy Quinn causing all sorts of chaos with her deliveries. This one taking a lick of paint with it off the woodwork as it ricocheted back into play. And it wouldn't be the first time that Quinn was denied by the frame of the goal either. Blues, though, forcing the issue from the first whistle. They put their foot down on the throttle and did not let up. On the wingers, Quinn and Cho Yuri proving all sorts of nuisance as well. This one taken from some splendid defending from Hannah Silcock to deny Libby Smith. Harrison Murray's audacious attempt just flashing across the face of goal. Niamh Heron in unfamiliar territory at right back this afternoon, as is the injury crisis at the back for Blues, but performed splendidly. And Louise Quinn, who found the net 6 times from centre-back last season, trying to find her second goal of the campaign from distance. Audacious, not too far away. Cho Yuri proving a nuisance all afternoon. That knock proving terminal in the end, as she was forced off towards the end of the half. Her replacement, though, Claudia Walker, straight into the thick of things. Libby Smith seeking her first league goal since October. Flashed one across the face. And Blues kept the pressure up all the way through the 45. Lucy Quinn opening her box of tricks. Just couldn't find the power to beat Alex Brooks at her near post. Well, spoiled with chances this afternoon, Blues have been, but unable to break that all-important deadlock. And there's been plenty of quality showcased throughout the season, however, by Darren Carter's side. So let's take a look at some of the great goals we've produced in our race for the Women's Super League. But here, we remain in the deadlock. We can hope that Blues can try and find some of the quality they found in these moments in the second half. Blues 0, Blackburn Rovers 0. Scored a second goal of the season, what proved to be the winner against London City Lionesses in the capital last week. Incisive ball to find Ag. Ag's low ball to the penalty area. Fusa arriving, it will break for Pennock! Well, last season's top scorer off the mark this campaign. Had a half an opening there. And now Sun Young strikes towards goal. Brilliant! Oh, what a goal from Sun Young! Been spectacular for Blues this afternoon so far. Into the penalty area it goes, punched away by Stenson. And thumped back in, splendid goal! What a strike! And what a second goal for Blues! Absolutely incredible! Martha Harris! what a firecracker! So Blues back out ahead of what is a huge second half in the context of the Women's Championship. Crystal Palace lost earlier, Sunderland are trailing at home. So that just opens the door if Blues can find that all-important opener, something that they were threatening in that first period, just couldn't find that all-important touch, an all-important goal to break the deadlock. Plenty of chances, spoiled for choice in the first period, dominating all statistics apart from the most important one on the score sheet. The gap to the top now 7 points. A win today would narrow it down to 5. Blues would still have 2 games in hand over the leaders. That's the parameters, that's the context, that's the task for Darren Carter's men. St Andrews at Knighthead Park, drowned in sunshine ahead of the second period. And if Blues could get 3 points here this afternoon, our quest for the Women's Super League looks very bright indeed. Blackburn Rovers pegged back in that first period and able to really showcase what they can do and what they have done this season in their 7 wins so far this campaign. Remember, they've kept 4 clean sheets on the road this season, and in keeping those 4 clean sheets, they've earned 4 wins. All to play for in the second period here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. And Abby Dearden gets us underway for that second 45. A slice by Heron to open the half with. So unchanged for Blues. Thomas in goal, Heron, Quinn, Lawley and Holloway, Harrison Murray, Moore and Cho So-hyun in the midfield. And then Walker, who was the enforced substitution, coming on for the injured Cho Yuri, Smith and Quinn to complete the Blues 11. Thankfully, Cho Yuri has made her way out to be amongst the Blues bench and the Blues dugout this second half, so able to walk, albeit with a very obvious limp. As for Blackburn Rovers, Silcock, Richards and Cohen make up the back 3. Hutchings and Robertson, Toland and Chandarana, and Williams, Hornby and Shepherd have been unable to really lay a glove and test Lucy Thomas in that first 45. I'm sure the message from Simon Parker would be more of the same from his side, in hopes that they can produce a sucker punch like steel and take all 3 points away from the second city this afternoon. A draw for Blackburn, remember, would see them equal their record points total in the championship. Holloway's underlapping run, and Quinn's found her. Holloway linking up with Quinn. Quinn's delivery, Moore was arriving, goalkeeper spilled it, gathered at the second attempt despite the efforts of Niamh Heron. Might have just taken a whack for her troubles as well, Alex Brooks. Of course, her services were very much in demand in the opening 10 minutes of that first period. Already called into action in the opening exchanges of the second. Well, the physio has been brought on by the referee as a precaution. Alex Brooks making it very clear that she was all right. And so the physio can just enjoy another jog back off the field. Brooks forward. Quinn watching in the sunshine. Could be a factor in this second period. Lucy Thomas with a face full of sun throughout the second half as Blues play into the sunshine towards the Gilmerrick. Holloway looking to do it all herself and conjured a ball across the penalty area, picked up by Richards and cleared away, but Blues picking up where they left off in the first half, foot on the throttle. Moore. So Hyun. Looking for Lucy Quinn, just over hit towards the Irish international. Thomas, who seldom saw the ball in the first half, gets her first touch of the second. Hooks it out towards Louise Quinn, who has to work overtime to catch up to this. Moore dropping back to look to pull the strings and act as puppeteer in the centre. Holloway. Lawley. So Hyun's made the burst. Lawley opted to find her. Dealt with by the Rovers back line. Hutchings emerges with it and slams clear her lines. Lawley under pressure from Shepherd. Shepherd, who really was feeding on scraps in that first period. I think I only saw her get 2 or 3 touches in the first half. Lucy Shepherd seeking 3 goals in 3 games. After netting against Durham and Reading. Loose pass, and this is where Blackburn are looking to prey upon Blues' mistakes. Lawley, heavy challenge in that midfield as the ball was picked off by Chloe Williams. That's what Blackburn will be waiting for and preying upon. Blues just taking their eye off the ball, just taking their foot off the pedal and presenting a way in for Blackburn. Chloe Williams, who was only born up the road in Walsall, product of the Wolves Academy, Welsh international. Signed permanently with Blackburn at the start of the season after a previous 2 campaigns on loan from Old Trafford. And she's just rewarded Blackburn with a dead ball situation here to pump the ball into the penalty area for the first time in the game. Toland delivers. More away. Harrison Murray round the corner. Quinn linking up with Holloway, and Blues looking to spring into action. Holloway displaying her pace for the first time in the game. Really got some burners on her, hasn't she, Bex Holloway? Teasing ball in, almost met by Walker. The glance away was by Richards. Cho So-hyun picks up, but Cho So-hyun is offside. And by her body language, I think she had an inkling that the flag was going to come as well. So 0-0. Blues, though, continuing strong at the start of this second period. More audacious. Easy for Brooks. Quinn under pressure from Hornby. Free kick Blues. Few words exchanged between the two. Thomas seeking Smith, who's in a foot race with Richards. The Blackburn captain just coming out on top. Opting for a safety first approach, did the hard bit and chose to clear her lines. Cho So-hyun, there's Heron. Heron, neat footwork. Left-footed delivery, met by the head of Silcock. And Shepherd just gets the ricochet in her favour. Hornby in support. Rovers rallying for the first time in the second half. Heron's intervention. It's something I'm sure Blackburn would have spoken about at the break, where they can get at Blues on the counter charge. A few opportunities in that first half wasted. To do just that, and looking to sharpen up Simon Parker's side, because at 0-0 their confidence will continue to grow throughout the second period as we approach the 90, I'm sure, if the score remains the same. Quinn wants some options. Square it goes to Lawley, and Lawley will look to Quinn, dealt with by Hutchings. Heavy challenge by Silcock on the Blues captain Harrison Murray. A yellow card for Hannah Silcock. The England under-23 international in the book for Rovers. Walker looking to impose herself on the afternoon. And forced change for Cho Yuri. Heron purchases some yards. Cross cannoned off of Hornby. Corner for Blues. Lower cop stand trying to do their bit in increasing the decibel level. And just as we prepare for this set piece, the first of the second half for Blues, looks like Katie Dungate is being given her final instructions before being introduced. So that change imminent. Quinn Another teasing delivery, dealt with only as far as Heron. She's missed it, hit by Smith! Back in by Holloway. Splendid save by Brooks. Got down really well to her right-hand side. Venomous hit by Libby Smith. That was travelling. Brooks level to it, 2 firm gloves on it. A weaker left side and brought the best out of Brooks. Heron. Cause for concern for Blues as Jade Moore just carrying out some stretches in the penalty area. She's remained down on the deck. Really enterprising by Walker to win a second consecutive corner. Just keeping an eye on Jade Moore, who's clutching her right ankle as she looks to the referee for a decision that hasn't gone her way. Thought she was caught in the melee that ensued following the save from Brooks. Referee disagrees. Quinn. Well, a decent delivery. Rich as it was rising. Holloway proving a nuisance. It will come for Lawley. Smith. Harrison Murray. Blues will reset. Look at Lucy Thomas here. This is how far Blackburn have dropped back. Lawley back into the middle. Tolan looking to mount a counter charge. Maybe Smith in the way. Best chance of the second half though, forcing the best out of Brooks. Libby Smith in search of her first league goal since October. So Charlie Devlin and Katie Dungates are the 2 changes imminent. Holloway wrestled to the floor. Free kick Blues. Bex Holloway, the first change, so her second Blues debut comes to an end. She makes her way off the opposite side. She's really impressed on her first outing since her return to the club, Bex Holloway. And Charlie Devlin will replace Cho So Hyun. Carter just seeking to inject a bit more pace and energy into the side. Lofted in towards Lawley. Richards wins it. Moore hits it! Just sliced wide by Jade Moore. Set up handsomely for her. Decent strike, just caught it with the outside of her boot. And slices wide of the mark. Devlin seeking her first goal since November. And she fired a brace in against Reading. Katie Dungate, meanwhile, seeking her first goal in Blues colours. Here is Devlin. Looks like Lucy Quinn has dropped back to left back. And Dungate will take up the mantle on the left-hand side, the former Chelsea youth product. Moore. Dungate looks for the give and go with Harrison Murray. Silcock over zealous on Harrison Murray. Referee lets play go on. Heron's the target. It will break for Moore, looking to barrel her way through. Devlin slips at the vital moment. Now Blackburn can look to pounce into action. And there's Hornby. Hornby charging. Hornby taking on Quinn. Can't get the better of the Blues centre-back. Quinn. Blues thirsting for a breakthrough to make the most of the results at the top of the championship, going their way so far this afternoon. Dungate. Dungate charging towards the byline. Stopped in her tracks by a combination of Silcock and Hutchings, and Silcock has taken a pew on the deck, and that allows the 2 Blackburn changes to be made. So Emma Taylor will be the first to be brought on. And Lauren Thomas will also be thrown on by Simon Parker as Blackburn look to turn the tide. 4th official just needs to turn his board on. Might be a bit of a mix-up with the changes. Well, Chandarana's number was the first up, so she's making her way to the touchline. And I think a change in personnel might be made by Simon Parker. He might need to change his mind because Hannah Silcock looks to have a problem here and may not be able to continue. So there's that confirmation. Silcock will be replaced by Lauren Thomas. Just under half an hour to go. Who's still probing an opening. Heron towards goal. Easily gathered by Brooks. Richards hoists forward. Problem for Heron. Splendid defending. Recovered really well. Just when Hornby was looking to steal in. And Jade Moore, in trying to help her teammate out, has conceded a free kick. So chance for Rovers to make an indent. Decent delivery. First ball dealt with by Blues, and then Quinn can head away. And as far as Shepherd, first action for Taylor is to win a throw-in. Taylor for Toland, and Toland round the corner for Robertson. As predicted, Blackburn just growing into the game. Thomas can't gather, Quinn can clear. And another change for Blackburn. Well, looks like maybe Blackburn are shutting up shop and might be settling for a point. Lucy Shepherd seeking 3 goals in 3 games. Their sole striker making way for Helen Seed, who will bolster things at the back. Of course, Seed a like-for-like swap with the departing Silcock. So now Thomas leads the line for Blackburn. This is Walker imposing herself on the game. Smith. Heron. Bodies to aim for. One of them was Walker. Richards comes across. Has to deal with it. Behind for another Blues corner. Dungate. Can she follow on from Quinn's quality? Decent delivery. Miss hit by Devlin. Is hit by Walker. Straight into the grateful arms of Brooks. It was Louise Quinn who went down at the front stick. Devlin with a swing and a miss. Walker with venom. Brooks level to it. Getting a bit scrappy out there, just as Blackburn feel their way into proceedings and growing confidence as the seconds tick on. Heading into the final 20 minutes now. Heron. Walker's made the burst. Bodies in the middle to aim for. Walker looks to provide the ammunition. Slip of the fingers by Brooks. Presents the corner for Blues. Blues just beginning to turn the screw once again. Dungate, decent delivery. Richards under her own crossbar to clear. Walker looks to make something of it. Lawley pressurising, Hornby away. Blues certainly in the hunt. Southampton now 5-0 up on Reading, just to tighten their grip on third place and pile the pressure on Sunderland, who are still trailing to London City Lionesses by a goal to nil at the top of the championship. The Women's Championship taking yet another turn. Walker. Blues need to seize the initiative here. They've been knocking on the door as Walker fashions the ball across. Richards away again. There must be two of her. She seems to be absolutely everywhere at the back for Blackburn. Simon Parker trying to rally his side at the back, just to push them over the line. Blues searching for that all-important breakthrough. Dungate's delivery, Richards away again. It will come for Smith through the crowd. And the ricochet takes it into the arms of Brooks. Now Richards down on her haunches in the penalty area. Trying to power through. The former Villa centre-back. What a win would mean for her here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park. If Blackburn can steal it, but Blues continue to force the issue. He's Moore. turning on the pace. Turning up the urgency. Time running out. Dungate. Can't find Harrison Murray. Picked up by Taylor. Blackburn just about hanging on. Lawley. Heron's made the burst. Lawley seeks to find her. In the way is Robertson. There's Tolan to sweep away. Hornby can't squeeze it through for Thomas. Moore. Heron. Plenty to aim for in the middle. Walker. Likewise. Toland concedes the corner. Short it goes to Dungate, and Dungate for more! Brooks, just in the nick of time, got down. Looked like it might have squeezed through her grasp. Really impish from Jade Moore, just stealing in at the front post. Brooks, though, level to it. Blackburn certainly have their goalkeeper to thank that the scores remain 0-0. Quinn. Squeezed for Smith. Blackburn living dangerously. Corner after corner conceded. And Blues will look short with this again. Smith linking with Devlin. And Devlin can tease. And Devlin can look to bend. But too high. And Blackburn surviving another onslaught. Blues, though, will keep on coming. Blues forcing the issue, and Darren Carter will make another change. Christy Harrison Murray replaced by Lily Agg for the final quarter of an hour. The captain's armband goes to Louise Quinn. Blues will surely feel it's just a matter of time before Blackburn implode. Quinn. Scooped up to Walker, and Walker can turn, but Walker runs out of room. $1,101 here at St Andrews at Knighthead Park this afternoon. Brilliant support for a blue side in the quest for the Women's Super League. Searching for a goal that would really put them in pole position heading into the final stretch behind that leading pack. And Sunderland still trailing by a goal to nil at the top of the Championship. Missed by Richards. Hooked away by the Blackburn captain. And Blues will continue to camp in Blackburn's half. The give and go for Heron and Walker. And Heron does brilliantly to win a corner. Dungate. One of these corners has to bear fruit. Dungate's ball. Robertson away. Toland helps it on. Moore. Walker. Quinn. Quinn can only find the hands of Brooks. Ag well battled. Devlin can charge. Heron. Heron looks up, delivers. Walker was waiting. Hit by Smith on the turn, just over the crossbar. Nicely conjured. Just got under it at the execution. Cohen. Robertson. Seeking out Hornby. Has been the winning runner for Blackburn when, on the rare occasion, they've made their way forward. Megan Hornby. Of course, he did score the winner when Blackburn beat Blues on the first day of the season. They're looking to follow suit here, and what would be a really unlikely result. And a real smash and grab at this point. Robertson just running out of room. Thomas. Moore. Nice work by Dungate. And here's Quinn. Anticipated by Robertson. Lawley. Carrying Blues forward. Devlin. 10 minutes to go. Time running out. Walker. Devlin. Might open up for Devlin. There's Ag on the follow-up. Double save by Brooks. Had to react with Ag flashing across her line of vision from the initial effort from Devlin. Stuck out a big leg. And then Ag on the follow-up denied by the Blackburn shot stopper, who has been in inspired form this afternoon. Bailed her side out time and time again, Alex Brooks. There's a reason she came to the Manchester City Academy. Dungate floats it in. Blackburn clear under their own crossbar. Moore will win yet another corner. Quinn, another decent delivery. A tangle of bodies and hooked to safety by Cohen. Thomas putting Smith under pressure. Conspires with Heron to knock away. More battling. Ag arriving. Dungate's in there. Ag drags it across the penalty area. No one home in blue. Hornby looks to feed Thomas. Lucy Thomas can knock into Lawley. Blues sensing their time is now. Time and time again, Blackburn refused to buckle. More overhitting towards Dungate. Still 6 minutes to go. Well, Megan Hornby has certainly been the bright spark in a Blackburn shirt this afternoon. She'll be replaced by Emma Doyle. And Gemma Dahu will replace Chloe Williams, or Hannah Hutchings, beg your pardon. So Hutchings off, Hornby off, Doyle and Dahu on. As Blackburn just look to hold on for the final 5 minutes, because that's what they've been doing for 85 minutes. Looking for the smash and grab now as Robertson seeks Thomas, who wasn't singing from the same hymn sheet. Don't know if Blackburn will get another chance to break forward in this match. As Quinn looks for Walker. Bread and butter for Cohen, but she's headed it straight to Devlin. And Devlin can charge, and Devlin can take aim. Smothered by the back line. Heron disposes of Dahu, and Heron will take aim. Just got under it. Too high to trouble Brooks. Another attack goes begging for Blues. Moore. There's Ag. Quinn. Ag. Rise the challenge. Gathered by Dahu. Dahu can seek Thomas. Quinn, though, vital that she got that challenge right, and she got it absolutely spot on. Blackburn now just sitting back and looking for Lauren Thomas to provide full punishment should a chance fall to her. There's Walker, shepherded by Cohen. And Blackburn just inviting yet more Blues pressure. 2 minutes until the 90 is up. There's Quinn. Heron runs into traffic. Doyle can gather. But Doyle gives it straight back to the home side Blues. This one turning into a training game in the final stages. Moore looks to take aim, instead tries the reverse ball. Ag trying to rescue the situation. Dahu more up than out. Devlin will give chase. Ag is line. Devlin instead skips in field and runs into traffic, as does Robertson. But this is Doyle, and Blackburn have numbers up here. Thomas. And Thomas can charge. And Quinn is backpedaling. And Thomas offloads, and Williams takes aim. Lucy Thomas, her first save of the game. It's taken until the 89th minute. Easy enough at her near post. Devlin. Cohen prevents the corner. Walker unfortunate with the ricochet. 6 minutes of added time. 6 minutes to find a winner if Blues want to make the most and capitalise on Palace and Sunderland's shortcomings. Sunderland, who sit top of the Women's Championship, still trailing by a goal to nil to London City Lionesses. Palace beaten earlier. Charlton winning. Charlton sit in 4th position. Blues can close the gap on the top 3 to just 3 points. But they need to find a goal. Alex Brooks has denied them time after time. It's been all Blues for the entire 90 minutes. It's these type of games, if you want to challenge for the Women's Championship title, these type of circumstances, you need to take the initiative. And Blues have forced all the issues, but that all-important breakthrough continues to elude them. Walker, though, still up for the fight, and Walker can charge, and Walker can deliver. Hooked away by Richards, who time after time has been in the right place and the right time. More incisive, and this is Heron, and they're lining up in the middle. It's over Dungate, and hooked clear by Taylor. Edging closer and closer, Blues. Lawley. Easy for Tolan. The Blues siege continues with Quinn up towards Smith. Richards in the way again. 4 minutes of the 6 remain. Quinn. Not enough height on it to trouble the Blackburn back line. And what Blues can't do now is concede. Dohu, neat turn away from Heron, who's pulled something in the challenge. And Dohu can charge. Black shirts arriving in support. One of them is Thomas. And Thomas can slot it back through for Dohu. Quinn is there, though, to see away all the danger. But Heron, alarmingly for Blues, is down in a heap on the floor. Might have just overstretched in that challenge. And holding that right knee, real cause for concerns for Blue. They can ill afford to lose any more personnel out the squad. Yuri already off injured. Mason, Fuso and Finn missing out with injury. Niamh Heron, no, has been one of the standout performers for Blues this season since signing from Sunderland. And it's real cause for concern for the Blues defender. Real discomfort for Niamh Heron. Although it gives Blues time just to take stock ahead of the final 3 minutes as they look to pick this very complex Blackburn lock, looking for the final piece of the puzzle. Thankfully, it doesn't look as bad as first appeared for Niamh Heron. But she will battle on with 3 minutes to go. Blues thirsting for an opener, thirsting for 3 points. London City Lionesses have won. Sunderland have lost. Initiative is there to be taken. And as is the regulations now in the game. Niamh Heron had to wait 30 seconds after receiving treatment, but she's reintroduced now. Away by Robertson. And Heron's first involvement is to shield away from Gahu. More forward, but straight into the arms of Brooks as the clock continues to tick away. Heron putting the pain in the back of her mind as she powers through for the Blues cause. There's Devlin off the mark. The 6 minutes is up, but we'll have at least, I'm sure, another 2 for the treatment applied to Niamh Heron. Ag rises highest. Dungate can't gather. It will fall for Smith. Invites Ag into play. Now or never for Blues. Ag begging for options. Offloads to Quinn. Heron Devlin. Heron again, unfortunate with the ricochet, and has fouled Robertson. And that's just the respite that Blackburn were looking for. Brooks forward. Brooks out of play. Glance at the watch by the referee, but still we play. Lawley. There's Quinn. Can't find Ag. But Ag will gather the ricochet and look to feed Dungay. Blues throwing. It's still there for Blues. Seed is down for Blackburn. Referee happy to let play go on. Allow Seed to see to herself. Quinn gets the return. Has to go in, you feel, from Blues. It hasn't gone in, and Blues have run out of time. Well, it's an utterly dominant performance from Blues. All that was missing was that elusive goal, and they can't find the final piece of the puzzle. Brooks in the Blackburn net refused to buckle and produce some splendid saves. Quinn scraped the woodwork twice in the first half. Smith and Devlin brilliantly denied by the Blackburn keeper in the second half, who produced some stellar stops in the Blackburn net. Lucy Thomas picks up her 7th clean sheet of the season, but I'm sure that's little consolation on a day that Blues couldn't capitalise on Crystal Palace and Sunderland's shortcomings above them in the Women's Championship. Blackburn barely laid the glove, but Blues couldn't deliver the knockout blow. Blues still in the hunt for the Women's Super League. Still plenty of points to pick up. But the grind continues in the final run-in. It's finished here, a stalemate. Blues 0, Blackburn Rovers 0 in the first of a triple threat of fixtures in the Women's Championship this week. A valuable point. Blues, though, will feel they deserved all three. Blues 0, Blackburn Rovers 0.